You guys, I have to complain. I have a confession to make. I've been wearing an Iron Maiden shirt a lot, but I've never listened to Iron Maiden. So we're going to fix that right now. And everyone says that this is one of the best live performances of all time. So I'm really stoked to listen to it. So we're going to watch the live version of Hallowed Be Thy Name. The hair, love.
I'm waiting in my cold cell when the bell begins to chime, reflecting on my past life, and it doesn't have much time, 'cause at 5 o'clock they take me to the gallows pole. The sands of time for me are running low.
We're just coming out the gate shredding.
When the priest comes to read me the last rites, take a look to the bars of the last sights of a world that has gone very wrong for me. Can it be that there's some sort of error at the start of the surmounting terror? Is it really the end of some crazy dream? Somebody please come in there.
Wait. The difference in sound between the first verse and the second is so cool. And the way like the musicality kind of comes in and starts driving the tempo. But let's talk about the story here for a second. The priest comes to read me the last rites. So this is a prisoner who is being given the death penalty. We don't know what he's done. And he's like looking forward to his death. And then verse 2 is, somebody please tell me that I'm dreaming. Oh, it's like denial, right? It's not easy to stop from screaming. The words escape me. Why am I crying? Ooh, this part's interesting. After all, I'm not afraid of dying. Don't believe that there is never an end. The first verse is kind of like, how did I get here? A world that has gone very, very wrong for me. Is it possible that there's some sort of error? We don't know. Maybe there is. Maybe this person's getting the death penalty doesn't deserve it. Maybe we'll find out later in the song. It's like, how did I get here? A lot of fear. Second verse is like kind of fear, and then a little bit of denial of like, this can't be happening. I must be dreaming.
Somebody please come in there and dreaming. It's not easy to stop from screaming. The words escape me when I try to speak. Can't fool me, why am I crying? After all, I'm not afraid of dying. But I believe that there never is an end.
The music went so fast, I read the lyrics a little before they happened, but it's very cool. Okay. Just driving. Okay. They're just shredding. Love the lights, love the hair.
As I walk my life
It's really cool that we're just like telling this story of this man, the artistry. That's so cool. Okay. So verse 1, we have like fear and how did we get here? A lot of questioning, I can't even imagine. Can you imagine you're about to be marched to your death? There is nothing more terrifying than that moment. Verse 2, we have some denial, like this can't be happening, this must be a dream. And then we start to shift into acceptance at the end of verse 2 and into verse 3. And like a little bit of resignation of like, God be with you. If there's a God, why has he let me go? Which is such a powerful question that I think so many people ask, so many people who are struggling. It becomes this existential question. It's not just my struggle. It's if I'm struggling this much and I'm in this much pain, it becomes a spiritual question as well of like, how could I ever believe in God? Because how could a God allow this to happen to me? Which is just such a real, powerful thing. And though the end is near, I'm not sorry. Catch my soul. It's willing to fly away. So then we move back into acceptance. So we have like fear, denial, acceptance, resignation, acceptance. Okay. And then verse 4 is like enlightenment. Oh, it's so cool. I've gone beyond to seek the truth. When you know that time is close at hand, maybe then you'll begin to understand life down here is just a strange illusion. It's like, I'm gone now and I see the truth that I didn't actually even have anything to be afraid of, or that all of this was happening for a reason, and that this is actually just a strange illusion. Ooh! It goes through this process. Like you see his emotional process from fear to denial to acceptance to enlightenment. And ain't that a word? Okay, let's keep listening, but I feel like that's the sauce. That's the direction we're going. Let's listen to this instrumental break. That's a strange illusion movie. They just rip, man. He's fake holding a guitar. He's like really air guitaring hard. This is music, baby. Everyone just ripping together. There it is. so good. And it's also like a straight up freaking word. Hallowed be thy name is a part of the Lord's Prayer, right? Our Father, art thou in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But it doesn't matter if you're a person of faith or not, because this still stands. The last verse is about surrender. That's a prayer of like giving it over to God, like every day. It's like a daily prayer to give it all over to God. And we can take these steps and apply them to any situation. Like let's use another example. For example, maybe you went through a breakup. Okay. So first you're like afraid. How did this happen? How did we get here? Why is this happening to me? Then maybe you go into a place of denial. This isn't happening. We're going to just get back together. It's all going to be okay. It's all going to work out. Then maybe you move to acceptance of like, okay, I guess this is what it is. And maybe there's a little bit of resignation of like, I don't really know what to do with that. And I'm not happy about it, but I guess it's what it is. And here I am. And then you move into this place of more acceptance, where it's like, maybe this is happening for a reason. And then you get to enlightenment, which is what happens when you're reaching the other side. And enlightenment allows you to surrender fully to the flow of life. Because once you're enlightened and you look back and you're able to see like, oh, this happened for X, Y, and Z reason. And this actually, even though it wasn't my preference, it got me from here to here. And there are all of these other things that are now part of my story and a part of my journey that wouldn't have happened if I didn't go through this big loss. Now, surrender. I'm just going to surrender to the flow of life. I have done so much reading, you guys, so many self-help books. I just audiobook self-help books all the time. And one that I read the most recently is The Surrender Experiment by Michael Singer. And the unfortunate reality that I hate to say, because I am a control freak at heart in many different ways, is that surrender is the pathway to peace. In all of these self-help books that I read, surrender is the pathway to peace. And these are the steps that we follow. And so you can use this to check in with yourself and to see like, okay, where am I at? If I'm going through a hard situation, which of these steps am I at? Am I in fear? Am I afraid of how this happened? Why is this happening? What's happening to me? Am I in denial? Am I denying that this circumstance is the way that it is? Am I in acceptance? That's a great place to be. If you're moving towards acceptance, you're on your way to feeling a lot better real soon. Maybe you're in resignation, which is similar to acceptance, but it has like a tinge of depression to it. And I think we often oscillate between the two. Are you in enlightenment, where you're able to see why this happened? And if you're really, really enlightened, you really move through the enlightenment phase, then you'll get to a place of surrender. And that place of surrender will help you the next time you go through a situation like this. It's like, thy will be done. Now, you don't have to be a religious person to believe that surrender is the way. Even, 12-step programs talk about surrender all the time. And your higher power doesn't have to be God. It just has to be something bigger than you. Maybe it's nature. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe it's the ocean. Maybe it is God. Maybe it's a tractor. Something that is bigger than you, that you could not just exert your control over. Something that, I don't know how the tractor one worked. I just heard it at a 12-step meeting and I thought it was really interesting. But your higher power doesn't have to be God, but it has to be something that's big enough for you to say, okay, I can surrender to this. And that's the pathway to peace, my friends. So you can listen to this song and you can hear which one sounds like you. Obviously, hopefully, you're not going through something as extreme as waiting for your death. But you can see where you're at in these steps in your life, because anytime we are facing something that we don't want to be experiencing, we pretty much go through these steps. Fear, denial, acceptance, resignation, enlightenment. The secret sauce, baby, though, is surrender. So if you can track where you're at, then you can think about what you might need to do to get to the next step. And if you're struggling with your step, maybe you're in fear, maybe you're in denial, please share in the comments by tagging out HeartSupport and share what you're going through, and we will support you. And if you're someone who's been to enlightenment and you're surrendered to the flow of life and you see that all of the bad things in your life are somehow maybe not working for good, but at least working in some way to work together, and you believe, hold on, don't do that one, do this. And if you're maybe enlightened or you're at acceptance for your struggles and you want to help someone else get there, maybe you're even surrendered. Oh my gosh, I'm working on it, baby. I'm working on being surrendered so we can work on it together. If you are in steps 3, 4, or 5, why don't you click and volunteer to help someone who's maybe not there yet? You can share with them and encourage them on their journeys into acceptance. by tagging out HeartSupport. Ooh, this is a freaking good one. This song, that performance, everything was amazing. We need you to volunteer. We're going to heal this scene together, and it takes all of us. Every step of our journey we can use, and you're invited, whether you're in the beginning phases and you're trying to heal, or whether you're almost towards the completion of your healing in one area and you want to help someone else. We're all always in progress. Maybe you're in step 1 in one area and step 5 in another. That's just the way of life, baby. Okay, I love you. Mwah.